This is your Weather Xtreme video for this Sunday, October 16th. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray sitting in for Brian Peters again this morning. And at least I've got the date right. The date yesterday wrong on the video, realizing that right before we went to press. So I'm going to blame it on the Diet Coke that I spilt into my Mac keyboard Friday night. Kind of made that happen. But we're going to talk about a sneaky forecast today. You'll see what I mean as we go along. And it won't take long. Let's look at the radar at the early hour of 5:41 this morning, showing some showers across central Alabama. We got some light showers in Coleman County, showers down in parts of Perry and Dallas County, also over into Montgomery and Elmore counties, and extending up I-85. Folks in Auburn wondering, what is the drought about this morning with some showers in that area? Actually getting a little bit of instability and almost enough height on those showers over east central Alabama to produce the charge separation necessary for lightning. They might hear some thunder in places like Tuskegee and Auburn and Opelika before this morning is over. Now, those are sneaky showers, but they have origins that are easy to track. High pressure centered off the coast of Atlantic City this morning has been ridging down the east coast, and as we often see here in Alabama, especially during the winter months, we're setting up what's called an easterly wedge. The Appalachian Mountains provide sort of a dam for the airflow to be pushed and shunted to the south through South Carolina into Georgia. It tends to run out as it moves into the foothills of the Appalachians and northeast Alabama, but we generally get enough flow out of the east and southeast to bring some moisture into the area, and that's what's actually been going on, as you can see with these reflectivity returns today from Georgia into southeastern Alabama. Now that moisture gets its roots from the tropical Atlantic Ocean. Look at there, all the high precipitable water values over the Bahamas into South Florida. That is being shunted to the northwest across the Florida Peninsula and the Gulf of Mexico and finding its way into southeast Alabama. But before you get your hopes up that this is going to bring a nice soaking rain to most of our area, you can forget it, because this high is going to get shut off in the next couple of days, as we'll see as we go through time. Let's use the GFS model this morning to kind of represent what's going on. We've got that trough over Alabama, a good bit of energy in the atmosphere also helping across our area. That trough, as you remember, cut off into sort of an upper low yesterday briefly. But that low will be weakening as we go through time. And as it does, the high-pressure ridge to the west over Texas and Louisiana is sort of pulsing and breathing, and it's going to be building over Alabama as we move through Monday and Tuesday. You can see that big ridge of high pressure settled into place by Tuesday and Wednesday, and that means some warm and dry weather coming back to Alabama. As we move through time, you can see that trough over the Central Plains beginning to take over as the high pressure weakens, and as that trough digs to the southeast, it also takes on a little bit of a negative tilt by next Friday morning, and that hints at some showers and maybe even some thunderstorms for Alabama. The GFS having a good handle on things this morning. You can see the high pressure ridging down the east coast. You can see it spitting out that precipitation over southeast Alabama very accurately. As you go through time today, though, you see that beginning to evaporate as the high pressure system sort of changes its orientation from more northeast to southwest to more east to west. And as it does, that will cut off that moisture flow. Look at that nice southerly flow out of the Gulf of Mexico. We take that, but I don't think that's really going to help us very much as we go through time. High pressure builds over the southeast for Monday and Tuesday. Looks like beautiful weather for those days. We'll go lower to middle 80s, moving up into middle and upper 80s as we go toward Tuesday and Wednesday. Those overnight lows will be in the 60s. And will be basically high and dry. Now, some showers begin to show back up by late Wednesday across central and north Alabama as that trough digs this way. You can see the battle zone setting up there across the Ohio River back into Arkansas and to North Texas, and that will slowly shunt our way. And as that trough progresses to the east and becomes more negatively tilted, an area of showers will move through Alabama probably Thursday night, setting the stage for cooler, drier, and beautiful conditions for the weekend. Now, if we use the GFS as our model, we'll say, a slight chance of some precipitation across the area today. Definitely would be less than 1/10 of an inch, maybe 2/10 of an inch. Another chance of a little bit of light precipitation activity Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, and then the best chance is coming in here Thursday night into early Friday. But before it's all said and done, the GFS only printing out 0.8 of an inch of rain. You see, we stay warm through the week. We'll be in the 80s for highs, 60s for lows, and then temperatures take a plunge as that cooler air mass moves into Alabama. We could see some 30s by next Sunday morning. But the weekend will be cooler and drier with highs in the 60s on Saturday. We'll be back in the 70s, which is very near the climatological norms for this time of year for the rest of the weekend into the early part of the next week. But we'll see those cool mornings with lows in the 40s. We'll take a quick peek at Hurricane Nicole making a comeback. This is the comeback kid, I'll tell you what. Centered over the North Atlantic between the Azores and North America. Becoming a 90-mile-per-hour hurricane overnight. Turning to the northeast, it will lose its tropical characteristics over the next couple of days as it moves out over the Atlantic Ocean. Take a quick peek back to the west, and we used the sneaker theme for this morning's Weather Xtreme video. And those sneaker showers in Alabama. We'll talk about sneaker waves. The National Weather Service in Seattle posting a coastal flood warning for the central Washington coast, 22 to 28 foot waves, along the coast of central Washington, and some of those capable of being sneaker waves. Sneaker waves are waves that have a much longer run up and run up the beach and surprise people who might be, walking along, people and pets. And we've had quite a few fatalities over the years from sneaker waves. Well, that's your sneaky Sunday forecast. I hope that if you want rain, I hope you get it, and we certainly can use it. If you want to have nice dry weather, you're probably going to get it today across central Alabama. But hope your Sunday's great, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks, and have a great day.